Hello, welcome. For today's practice, we'll start seated with a nice tall spine. Once you come into that space where you feel both the sit bones settled upon the floor, go ahead and allow your spine to elongate. Start to release the knees down toward the floor as you sit in a comfortable cross-legged posture. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Allow the crown to lift upwards. And now bring your awareness to your breath. Following the breath, slowly moving in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. Continuing to follow the breath. Once you find that the breath has its own rhythm established, start to notice the expansion of the ribcage. As you inhale, you might find a slight length in the torso, expansion out to the sides, and possibly even front and back of the ribcage. As you continue this observation, go ahead and shift the awareness now to your exhale. Noticing the soft release of the navel toward your spine as you continue to exhale. Releasing all of the air out through the nostrils. Two more breaths, observing just the exhalation. And then slowly, when you feel ready, go ahead and bring your hands, palms together at your heart center, still continuing to keep the eyes closed. Inhale fully right here. And as you exhale, gently bow your head. As you get ready to move into the practice for the next few minutes, make a commitment to yourself to keep your awareness upon the breath and to keep that breath smooth and effortless throughout all of our movements. Slowly, when you feel ready, you can open your eyes, looking down first to the floor and then lift your gaze. Welcome again. To get a little bit more movement within the body, let's start standing, coming to the mat so that you're standing with your feet just about hip width wide. Joints stacked comfortably one upon the other, so the hips are on top of your knees, which are right on top of your ankles. And then right over here, once you feel the weight of the distribution between both the legs to be equal, left and right and front and back, just take a moment to gently lengthen the torsos, pushing slightly the shoulders away from the ears, maybe even bringing the shoulder blades closer toward each other without scrunching your spine. And we'll start movement right here. So as you inhale, lift the arms out and up overhead. As you exhale, gently allow the hands to come back down beside you. We'll repeat that movement 2 more times, flowing with the breath, allowing that breath to guide the lift of the arms and the release of the arms. One more time. And then when you're ready, go ahead as the hands come back down. We'll go ahead and move with the arms in the front. So inhale and reach hands straight up in front of you, lifting all the way up overhead. And exhale and release. Now, if for whatever reason you have some kind of a constriction or restriction in your shoulders, or you feel like you are unable to bring a full breath down toward the base of the lungs as you lift the hands up overhead, feel free to keep the hands bent slightly at the elbow. You can even open them wide apart so that you still feel an openness at the collarbone, but without the scrunching of the shoulders and the ability to bring a full breath in. Coming back down, just take a moment to pause. And we'll go into a side stretch as you inhale, lift the right hand out and up overhead. As you exhale, gently tilt the torso, bringing the fingers toward the bottom on the other side. And again, if you have any kind of a restriction in the shoulder, feel free to keep the elbow bent. We are looking to get a stretch on the side body, so press that right foot into the floor. Keep a nice openness off the rib cage. One more breath. And then as you inhale, come back upright. And then on the exhale, release the hand back and down beside you. We'll repeat that process on the other side, lifting the other hand out and up overhead. Or if you went with the bent elbow, then the bent elbow on the side as well. As you exhale, allow the other side fingers to reach toward the floor. We are going to allow 2, maybe even 3 full breaths right here. As much ease as you can in your breath. Inhaling fully, exhaling fully. And the next inhale, come back upright and release the hands back and down beside you. Go ahead and shake it out. Walk your feet away from the spot you were resting them upon. And then we'll come back into a forward folding action. So inhale and reach the hands out and up overhead. Keeping the softness in your knees, allow the torso to gently come cascading forward, releasing your chest toward your thigh. Hands can come down beside you. Release the chin toward the collarbone. Crown will float down toward the floor. Just hang here for a breath. And then when you're ready to come back up, it's your choice. Your hands can come up all the way front or to the side. But keep the feet supporting your length in the torso as you use them to come back upright. Exhale and bring the palms together to the heart center in prayer. We'll repeat that 2 more times. Move with your breath at your pace. Lifting the hands up overhead, exhaling and folding. Pausing for a breath. And coming, lifting up with the full support of the arm, lengthen the torso all the way up, closing the posture with the palms to the heart center. Good, one more time, flowing with your breath at your pace. Lifting the arms overhead on the inhale and folding forward on the exhale. Next inhale, when you're ready to come up, reach the hands, lift the torso, and close the closed palms to the heart center in prayer. Take a moment to pause. Full breath in and full breath out. And we'll go ahead and go into one cycle of sun salutation. So starting at the top of your mat, with the feet parallel to each other. When you're ready, release the hands beside you. Lift the arms overhead, either from the front or to the side. As you exhale, fold again all the way forward. With the hands beside you, if you have blocks that you would like to use, bring the hands upon the blocks. Inhale, bring the right foot back for a lunge. As you release the back knee down, lift with an inhale, the front up, forward. Heart moves forward, crown lifts up. Beautiful. Press your palms to the floor. Slide the front leg back so the knees align. Spread your fingers apart. If you were using the blocks, take the blocks out. Press the fingertips to the floor. Rock the weight of the body forward so that your shoulders are on top of your wrists. And then from here, go ahead and move into the Ashtanga Pranam. Pressing the toes, the palms into the floor. Knees are also going to help. And then gently release as you bend the elbow. Chest and chin down to the floor. Fold forward as you inhale. Curl the top of the foot and lift the sternum up into baby cobra. Pause for a breath over here. And then curl the toes under. Press the palms, curl the toes, and lift up to plank. Pausing here again for a breath. And then the next exhale, bend your knees, press the chest back to your thighs. Lift the tailbone up for our first down dog for the practice today. As you continue to lengthen through the side muscles of the torso, allowing the tailbone to lift up. Let your breath stay full. Nice deep inhale. Nice long exhale. Navel hugging the spine. And then when you're ready, on the next inhale, you have a choice. You can bring the knees down to the floor and the right foot forward to come back to the lunge. Or you can come swinging the right foot forward for the lunge. Either way, we are having back knee down. As you inhale again, lift the sternum. Low lunge. You can bring your hands back onto the blocks if you use them the first time. And then next inhale, lift the back knee up. Exhale, back foot to the front, full forward fold. Lifting as you inhale, the arms straight in front of you, lengthen the torso. Come upright. If it feels right, lift the sternum a little further for a gentle back arch. If not, just bring the torso upright, bring the palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart center and pray. We'll go to the other side when you're ready. Release the hand, inhale and lift, arms up overhead. Exhale and fold. One full breath in the forward fold. And then next inhale, left foot moves back for the lunge. Bring the back knee down, lift the sternum. Then when you're ready, go ahead and slide the front foot back. Knees align as you gently rock the weight of the body forward, shoulders on top of the wrist. And now take your pick for the flow. You can go into knees, chest and chin. Or if you feel your body isn't ready to go there yet, go ahead and gently rock the weight of the body forward. Bring the pelvis down, bending the elbows lower than the upper abdomen. Bring yourself all the way down, uncurl the top of the feet. And as you inhale, lengthen the torso and lift into baby cobra. Pausing for a breath. Next inhale, curl the toes under, press your palms and come up to plank. Pause here for a breath. And then next exhale, bend the knees, lengthen the torso as you lift the tailbone all the way out and up toward the ceiling. Feeling that length in the side muscles of the torso. And then next inhale, whichever flow you pick, bring the left foot forward. You can go into the low lunge and then bring the torso lifting and all the way forward. Pause for a breath. Inhale. Bring the back knee up off the floor and exhale, back foot to the front, full forward fold. Next inhale, lengthen the torso, lift all the way out and up. Gentle back arch if you wish to move into it. And then bring the hands, palms together to the heart center in prayer. Take a moment to pause here. Notice the stirrings within the body. Notice the warmth you've already created within the body. Notice also the tight spaces. Notice your breath. Notice your pulse rate. One more full breath here. And then slowly, as you open your eyes, release your hands. We're going to turn to the long side of the mat and bring our feet wide, comfortable distance apart, maybe 2.5 feet, or wider if that feels right for you. We want to start with the feet parallel to each other, maybe even slightly pressing the toes in toward the midline rather than having them point out, at least for now. It might be a little hard if you're stiff at the hips, and if that is the case, then allow the toes to point out. Otherwise, give it a try. Pressing the feet, keeping the toes parallel. With the hands at the hip crease, take a nice full breath, lift and lengthen through the torso, and as you exhale, start to hinge from that hip crease, coming forward. Maybe halfway, maybe further forward than that, wherever it feels right. Keeping a gentle softness in the knees is completely okay. And then when you're ready, inhale, lengthen with that full support of the legs, lengthen the torso, come back upright. Good, we'll do that 2 more times. Exhaling, coming forward into that forward fold. As far or as little as your body will allow you. And then keeping the length in the torso, coming back upright. Good, this time as you come into the forward fold, go ahead and pause over here. Release if you would like your hands either down to the outside of the leg or in the front, whichever feels right for you. Allow the crown to float to the floor as the chin releases to the collarbone. One more breath here. Then create a nice length in the torso as you inhale. As you exhale, twist the torso over to the right foot. Bring your left hand to the right. Feeling this gentle stretch on the side body. Inhale back to the center. Exhale over to the other side. Same process, nice and slow, allowing the body to come into the space comfortably. Inhale back to the center. Exhale one more time over. This time, see if you can reach the body a little further into this twist. Maybe your left hand can go over to the outside of the left right foot. If it feels comfortable, you can even bring the back hand or your right hand out and up at the hip crease. Or if you lift the torso a little bit, you can even lengthen and reach the hand out and up overhead to the ceiling. As you exhale, unwind. Inhale right here. Exhale over to the other side. Same process, going as far as little as your body will allow you. Bringing this time the right hand over to the outside of the left foot. Left hand can come to your hip crease if you like. Lengthen the torso, twist a little deeper. If you like, you're welcome to reach the top arm up. If not, keep the hand at your hip crease. Just breathe. 2 full breaths right here. In a forward fold, it's wonderful to lengthen the exhale, so give that a try if you'd like. And then gently coming back to the center. This time as you inhale, lengthen the torso, come up halfway. Take a moment to pause here. And we'll come back up as we went down. So go ahead and keep that length in the torso. Bring your hands at your hip crease. Inhale and lengthen again the torso. Keep a soft engagement of the navel. And then start on the next inhale to lift the torso to come all the way back upright. Lovely. Okay. Bring the feet back together. Take a moment again to notice. Notice the gentle awakening of the legs, but especially the inner thighs. Notice the breath and its movement to the side body. Closing your eyes is a good way to bring the observation within. Excuse me. One more breath. And then slowly, if you have your eyes closed, go ahead and open them. And we'll start at the back end of the mat. So as you bring yourself to the back edge of the mat, come into Samasthiti. Both feet are comfortably apart, maybe about hip width. Turn your left toe slightly out and step the right foot forward. It's about a medium step. And then we'll flow from here into the warrior. So when you're ready, as you inhale, lunge the front knee forward. Lift the arms out and up, keeping them slightly wide and apart. And then as you exhale, slowly release the hands back down as you straighten the leg. We'll flow through this a couple more times. Inhale and start to lunge. Front knee bends, arms come out slightly wide. Beautiful. And then as you start to exhale, go ahead and slowly release the hands down beside you. One more time. Inhale and lunge. And exhale. And gently straighten the leg and release the hands back and down beside you. We'll continue this for one more time. This time we'll pause at the top. So wherever it is that you are, just exhale completely. And then as you inhale, start to reach the hands out, keeping them wide, lifting the sternum this time with you. Exhale right here. Relax the shoulders. Inhale again and lift if it's comfortable to do so. The sternum a little bit further up. You can maybe even bring your gaze up, but you don't have to. You can keep the chin down. Just lift the crown up. And then as you start an exhale, bring the hands closer to the body. Reach them forward, keeping that front knee bent. Come forward into the fold. Release your hands either beside you on the floor, or if you would like to use blocks, go ahead and use the blocks. Back heel is still on the floor. There is a bend in the front knee. Inhale and lengthen the torso. And this time as you exhale, straighten the front leg as much as you can at the knee. Let the torso fold a little further forward. Good, and we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale and lunge. Bending the knee, lengthening the torso. Exhale and straighten the leg. One more time. And exhale, straighten the leg. Keeping the torso folded forward. Take one more breath right over here. Front knee is as straight as it can be. And then when you're ready to come up, bend your knee, lengthen the torso, reach the hands forward. With the support of the back leg, come back upright into the warrior one. Lunging in this space, lift if you like the sternum out and up. And as you start your exhale, gently release the hands, straighten the leg. And as the hands come down beside you, go ahead and bring the feet back together. Good, take a moment. Notice the difference on 2 sides. Notice your breath. And we'll repeat this process on the other side. So when you're ready, turn this time the right toes out, step the left foot forward. Good, and we'll flow 3 times, just like we did on the other side. As you inhale, lunge forward, front knee toward the ankle, lift the arms up and out wide. And then as you exhale, slowly and gently straighten the leg, release the hands back down beside you. 2 more times with your breath at your pace. And 1 more time. Good, this next time you go into it, we're going to pause at the top. So inhale, come up with a nice wide arm, lift the sternum. If it feels good for you to do so, go ahead and lift a heart up to the ceiling. Your gaze as well can come up. If it doesn't feel right, keep the gaze forward. Inhale again, and as you start an exhale, bring the hands closer to the body. Reach forward the torso as you start this exhale. Release the hands all the way down, folding torso forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale this time, try to straighten the front knee as much or as little as you can go. Inhale, lengthen, bending again the front knee, lunging into the front foot. Exhale, straighten. One more time. And exhale, straighten. This time we'll pause for one full breath right here. Front leg is as straight as it can get for right here, right now. Keeping the awareness still upon your breath. Full breath in. Full breath out. And then next inhale, go ahead and bend your knees. Lengthen the torso, reach the hands out in front of you, lifting them all the way back and up, widening the arms, lifting the sternum, moving back into the warrior one. And then as you get ready to come back up, bring the hands slowly down as you straighten the front leg. And then bring the feet back together. Good, coming back to that space of samasthiti. Feet are about hip width wide, joints stacked one on top of the other. Take the time. Take the time to observe your breath. Take the time to let your exhale become a little bit longer than your inhale. Slowly open the eyes if they were closed. If not, just go ahead and lift your gaze and we'll come down to the floor. So as you come to the floor, come to a comfortable seated posture. We'll start with a nice, slow, gentle twist here. So lengthen the torso with sit bones settled to the floor. As you exhale, go ahead and slowly bring your opposite arm to the front leg at the knee. That other hand goes back. Lengthen as you inhale again the torso. And then as you exhale, slowly and gently twist over toward that front foot. Take the time to let the body come into this twist comfortably with as much ease as you can maintain. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Once you're as far as you can go ahead and let your gaze move past your shoulders. Eyes stay open at the horizon, looking through the corner of the eyes. We'll stay here for another 3 breaths. This first breath, inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, if it's possible to do so, with the softening, twist a little deeper. On the next inhale, unwind ever so slightly, and then exhale and see if you can twist it even further. For the third and the final breath over here, as you inhale, unwind ever so slightly. As you exhale, turn the torso into a deeper twist, but turn your head to look over the opposite shoulder. Inhale to the center, unwind the torso, turning the head as well. And we'll recross the legs front to the back and back to the front. And we'll repeat the same process, bringing the arm to the front knee, opposite arm to the front knee. That same arm goes back behind you. Inhale, lengthen the torso. As you start and exhale, gently twist into the space. Again, moving slowly and comfortably. So you're not forcing the torso or scrunching the vertebral discs. Take the time to move gradually, comfortably. And then when you're ready and feel like you have moved into the deepest twist you can go for right here, right now, start to relax. Relax the shoulders down and away from the ears. Lengthen as you inhale the torso. And as you exhale this time, allow your gaze to move all the way back through the corner of the eye, looking past the shoulder on the back. Keeping the eyes open at the horizon. We'll stay here for 3 full breaths. Lengthening on the inhale, softening on the exhale. Next inhale, unwind ever so slightly. And then as you exhale, see if you can deepen this twist a little further. Next inhale, repeating that same movement ever so slightly, turning the torso slightly to the front. As you exhale, let the torso move in deeper toward the back. Turn your head to the opposite shoulder. And then the next inhale, lengthen and slowly unwind the torso. Turn the head to the center. Good. And we're going to go ahead and move into a forward fold. So when you're ready, bring your hands either to the floor in front of you or to the top of your knees. Keep the length in the torso, and as you start an exhale, come forward as far as little as you can go, keeping for the starters a length in your torso. Good, so you want to go maybe an inch or 2 or 4, and then as you inhale again, come right back up. Let's repeat that process 2 more times, moving slowly and gently the torso forward, keeping that openness at the collarbone, a gentle release of the shoulder blades toward the spine, and then coming back up on the next inhale. Good, and this time we'll go all the way forward. So as you come in into the forward fold, go as far forward as your body will allow you right now. If you would like to, if your hands are on your knees, you can bring the hands forward to the floor and continue to move as low toward the floor as you can go. Keep the back of the neck long, bringing the chin close to the collarbone. Let the breath be full. And we'll stay here 1 more breath. You might find that as you inhale, the torso lifts ever so slightly, and that on the exhale, you have the ability to bring the navel to the spine, softening the torso toward the floor. On the next inhale, press the palms into the floor or on your thighs, wherever you have them rested, and allow the torso, with that breath coming in, to come lifting all the way back upright. We'll recross the legs front to the back and back to the front, and repeat this forward folding movement. So inhale, lengthen, and then start nice and slow, moving forward. We'll come into the forward fold 3 times, just as we did on the other side. And notice the difference. Each side of our body is slightly different than the other. We almost always have a side that's easier for us to move into and out of some of these movements. And this 3rd time you go into the forward fold, go ahead and allow the torso to come as low as it can come comfortably. Use your hands either on your knees to support your body or on the floor to support your body with the palms or your elbows down. And then we will use the breath over here, lengthening the torso ever so slightly, lifting it up away from the floor. But then as you exhale, softening it even further forward. Keeping that softness in the back of the neck so you have the nice length in the back of the neck. And just continue to let the torso fold comfortably forward. Collarbone is still wide open. And then next inhale, press the palms into the floor, lengthen the torso, and come back upright. As you come to a comfortable seated posture, and go ahead and find any support that you need underneath your sit bones. If you would like to move to a chair, that is fine as well. We're going to sit here for the next 5, maybe 7 minutes with our awareness upon the breath. So as you come into the space, allow your hands to come on your knees. Palms can be up or down, whichever feels right for you. If you'd like, you can go into the chin mudra. The tip of the index and the thumb touch. The rest of the fingers reach out away from the thumb and the index. And you can do that on both hands. Palms can again stay up or down, whichever feels right for you. Again, if it feels comfortable, you can close your eyes. If it doesn't feel right for you to do so, keep your gaze as close to the floor as you can and as close to the body as you can, so you really are looking down. You're trying to get as little stimulus as we can get through our eyes. It's one of our senses that we use almost all the time, more than we do the others. A lot of the information that we get from the world around us comes through our eyes. As you comfortably settle into this space with the awareness upon the breath, start to notice any spaces that you might feel are still held tight. So if you need to allow the shoulders to fall away from the ears, let them gently relax down toward the floor. Soften the groin and relax your knees down toward the floor as well. Unfurl the forehead, relax the eyebrows. Release the tip of your tongue to your palate. That'll help you unlock your jaw. As you continue to feel that softening at the jaw, relax your lips, your cheeks and your chin, your nose, your ears, the temples, let the eyelids be soft upon your eyes. And now shift the awareness back to the breath. Start to notice the feel of the air in through the nostrils, down past the throat, toward the base of your lungs. Notice the gentle softening of the navel toward your spine as the diaphragm releases up toward the lungs. All of the air releasing out through the nostrils. Continue to follow the breath. On the inhale, down toward the base of the lungs, noticing the expansion of the rib cage. On the exhale, the softening of the navel toward the spine. Release of the rib cage back toward the midline of the body. All of the air out through the nostrils. As you continue to keep the awareness upon the breath, you might notice that there are soft pauses at the top of your breath as the lungs fill in, and at the end of your breath as you empty the lungs out. Start to enjoy the spaces. Nice, gentle pauses after the inhale, after the exhale. Notice how the breath movement becomes a gentle yet circular movement. It should feel seamless, the flow in and the flow out. Continue to observe the breath for the next 3 full breaths. And when you finish up those 3 breaths, bring your palms together in prayer. We're going to rub them vigorously so that you can create a little bit of warmth within your palms. Once you feel that warmth in your palms, go ahead and allow that warmth to seep into your eyes as you cup your eyes with those palms gently, soaking in that warmth, pausing for a couple of breaths. And then as you feel ready, gently relax the hands, wiping away any excess or negative energy. Bringing your palms together in prayer, take a full breath here. And exhale, bow the head. Pausing over here to honor yourself and the practice you undertook. And now when you feel ready, you can open your eyes and lift your gaze. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste.